If you're looking for a credit union LLC business line of credit with fair credit, here is a review I really want you to pay attention to. Number 7, we have American Heritage. Our score, 8 over 10. What we love about American Heritage is that when it comes to LLC business line of credit, they are very generous. Okay. And I mean, generous in the sense that they don't give you like $100,000, but they will give you up to $50,000. What we love here is that they were willing to renew your business line of credit. If payment is, if you have a nice payment history, if you have a great relationship with them, American Heritage will take care of you. Not a problem. And what we love also, we love the customer service. Fantastic. Here is an institution that is constantly trying to kick ass in terms of customer service, in terms of innovation in the products and services they offer. This is just fantastic. Okay. So American Heritage, you can actually use the line of credit to do a lot of things. You can purchase equipment, you can consolidate existing debts, or you can acquire other long-term assets. Okay. And they also have there are no origination or annual fees. We love that a lot. You have flexible terms available with very competitive interest rates. I mean, in general, American Heritage is known for having the lowest of some of the lowest in the industry in terms of credit union LLC business line of credit. And you have fixed monthly payments, okay, and you have fast approvals. I mean, it is very customary to be approved like within 24 to 48 hours. If you have all the paperwork, they'll take care of you, not a problem, okay? So welcome back, folks, to today's discussion. I want to have a quick conversation with you about the LLC business line of credit with fair credit at credit unions, okay? And so when we talk about American Heritage, so American Heritage, they have term loans. So they have LLC, term loans, and LLC lines of credit. So if you don't like their term loans or you don't like their line of credit, you can actually switch either or. Okay, this is fantastic. Let me quickly talk to you more about the LLC business line of credit. You can actually use the cash for anything you want. I mean, American Heritage has no restriction whatsoever. If they approve you, they approve you. Okay, you can borrow funds on as needed basis. Not a problem. It's just fantastic. So American Heritage, our score, 8 over 10. Number 6, we have here BECU. Our score, 8.4 over 10. So when you think about BECU, I want you to think about a very stellar institution. So BECU stands for Boeing Employees Credit Union, a fantastic institution. And so there is an element of a geo restriction here. So BECU does not cover the whole union here, the whole United States. They cover the state of Washington and some neighboring states. But it's just a great institution. You can qualify for it for membership, even if you don't live in Washington State, but you do have an affiliation with Boeing. Okay, and in terms of their LLC business line of credit, if you have fair credit, they'll take care of you. Even if you have less than stellar credit, less than fair credit, they can still take care of you. In terms of the APR, fantastic, 10 to 12%. This is really good when you think about it. And so they have, what we love about BECU is that they have flexibility. So they give you flexibility. So they have unsecured and they have secured business line of credit. So you have flexibility there. If your LLC has some collateral you want to use as security for the business line of credit, BECU will accept it. Not a problem at all. In terms of the unsecured line of credit, they have different APRs based on the amount that you want to borrow. Okay, if you want to borrow between $2,500 and $10,000, the APR will be around 9.85. And the APR will be 10.25%. If you want to borrow between $10,000 and $100,000, the APR will be around 9.85. The cool thing is that if you want to borrow more, you can collateralize the line of credit also. Okay, so there are no origination fees. You have a very competitive annual fees. Not a problem. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about the top 7 credit union LLC business lines of credit with fair credit. Okay, and to apply for a business line of credit for your LLC at BECU, very simple. You can either apply online, you can apply at the branch, or you can apply over the phone. Now, for credit request of $50,000 or greater, you need to complete a business loan application online, download it, and just go to a branch to finalize things. Number 5, we have Fairwinds. Our score, 8.8 over 10. So when you think about Fairwinds and when you think about their credit union, LLC, business line of credit offer, we love the fact that they were very flexible too. The thing with the Fairwinds is that they have been doing this for so long. They understand all the steps that you need to like. They will even advise you. This is one of the few credit unions that actually does that. In other words, they will assist you. They'll start talking to you. They'll ask about your paperwork. They'll guide you. So what will happen here is that when you contact Fairwinds will assign a loan advisor to you, and that loan advisor will work with your LLC to make sure that you actually paint the brightest, quote unquote, the brightest image possible about your LLC when applying for the business line of credit. So if you have fair credit, they will take care of you. Even if you have less than fair credit, in some cases, they will actually accept you. Okay, you can use your LLC business line of credit at Fairwinds to streamline your LLC's cash flow. Okay, you can use it to handle short-term credit needs like inventory needs, for example, inventory purchases, right? And so you're able to manage your day-to-day and ensure that you are always in control of your LLC's finances. Okay, this is really good, and we love the fact that Fairwinds is working with you in terms of amounts. They'll go all the way to $250,000. We have seen cases where they actually approved $250,000 in LLC business line of credit, but you got to have the relationship though. You got to have the relationship with Fairwinds. Okay, so they have two types of business lines of credit. So they have the small business lines. Here you have financing up to $250,000. And then they have the commercial lines here. They can go all the way to $1 million. So if your LLC is if your LLC has the revenue, it has the financial heft necessary to justify a business line of credit that goes all the way to $1 million, fantastic. Fairwinds will actually discuss with you. They will assign you an advisor, and that advisor will actually walk you through all the steps that are necessary for you to get the approval that you need. Okay, but you can use the cash for anything, for short-term working capital, seasonal purchases, inventory, or payroll. Fantastic. Number 4, we have America's Credit Union. Our score, 9 over 10. What we love about America's Credit Union is that, and again, they've been doing this for the last 10 years, 10, 15 years. We love the diversity. We love the flexibility. We love the fact that they will work with you to see exactly what kind of financing your LLC really needs. Like you can go to America's Credit Union and ask for an LLC business line of credit, and they'll say, listen, wait a minute. Maybe you need a business loan. Maybe you need a construction loan. Maybe you need a term loan. Maybe you need a working capital loan. This is where ACU, America's Credit Union, is really great at. They will analyze your situation. They will analyze your needs, and they will actually come up with a funding arrangement that actually is great for you. That's suitable to you. I can go to them with an idea, and they'll say, you know what, we have something better for you. That's the kind of flexibility we love a lot, okay? And America's Credit Union is really known for that. So they have a constellation of business loans. They have a business line of credit. They have commercial real estate loans. They have construction loans. They have term loans. And again, the flexibility we love here is that not only they're flexible in terms of the amount they give you, they are flexible in terms of the repayment window they assign to you. Let's say, like, for example, the business line of credit, they can approve you all the way to $500,000. We have seen cases where America's Credit Union has approved LLCs all the way to $500,000. But again, going back to what I always say, it's all about having the right type of relationship. Okay, no matter your credit, whether your LLC has whether you have fair credit or bad credit or good credit, if you don't have the right relationship with America's Credit Union, they're not going to approve you that high with the amounts that are so high. Okay. So America's Credit Union, you can use, they have a business line of credit. The APR is around 8 to 12%. We've seen cases where they approved LLCs with APRs around 9%. But again, those going back to what I said, it's always about the relationship. Okay, so you can use the LLC business line of credit from America's Credit Union to finance a new business opportunity, to upgrade equipment or infrastructure. Okay, to actually manage your seasonal cash flow. Everything goes. By the way, boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a conversation about the top 7 credit union LLC business lines of credit for fair credit. Number 3, we have Consumers Credit Union. Our score, 9.3 over 10. The thing about Consumers Credit Union, CCU, is that they don't have an unsecured line of credit for your LLC. They only offer secured LLC lines of credit. The only reason why we have rated this LLC business line of credit so high, even though it is a secured one, it is a collateral. I'll get it. Collateralized one. I get it. And it's only because CCU will actually go the extra mile to make sure you get your funds real fast. As long as you have the right sort of asset, you will be able to collateralize the transaction very quickly. Okay, you'll get your cash really quickly, and CCU will actually support you throughout the process. Okay, and they've been known to actually approve collateralized business lines of credit for LLCs all the way to $5 million, as long as the underlying assets that actually sustains the whole transaction is of value, is of the right worth. Okay, and you can actually use a CCU for a lot of things. Like the whole thing is, if you get an LLC business secured line of credit from CCU, you can use it to bridge the gap between invoice and collection. Right? They also do, in addition to lines of credit, they also issue letters of credit. Okay, to guarantee that third parties will receive the payments due them. Okay, and in addition to that, CCU also offers business construction and development loans that will help you actually get the cash you need for new construction or extensive remodeling and renovation projects. When we analyze CCU, we just see that here is an institution that is risk averse. In other words, they don't finance anything that is unsecured. It has to be unsecured. For example, the business construction and development loans, those are collateralized, okay, by default. If you think about it, anything real estate is collateralized. But overall, this is a great institution. They have an excellent customer service. The APR on their secured business line of credits for LLCs range from 5% to 9%. In some cases, they can go all the way to 10%. But overall, this is a great player, great lender. Number 2, we have here Bluefed. Our score, 9.6 over 10. When you think about Bluefed, I want you to think about an institution that is constantly defying logic in this industry. They will take care of you if you go to them and you have an LLC and you are looking for a business line of credit, but you have fair credit. Blue Federal Credit Union will actually they will help you out. Okay, and we love the fact that they have a constellation, they have a diversity of business loan options, not just business lines of credit for your LLC. They provide other types of business loans for your LLC. So in case you don't, like, you go to them and you say, you know what, I want a line of credit, right? And they will analyze your file and they'll say, you know what, we think something else will be better for you, for your LLC. So they do commercial mortgage loans. They offer commercial vehicle loans. They do term loans. They do commercial lines of credit, of course. They do construction loans. They do equipment loans. The thing here is that Bluefed, depending on your needs, they might actually start paying attention to the geography of your business model. Bluefed is one of the few institutions that we have analyzed in this research, based on our research, that they pay attention a lot to your business plan. Like, they will rate your business plan. The underwriters at Bluefed are very thorough. They will rate your business plan. They will try to analyze what you need the cash for, which is really good. You know, when you think about it, if a lender goes that granular You know they are interested. You know the lender wants to make sure the funds are used appropriately, and the lender wants to make sure that they can actually get paid on time, right? So this is kind of cool. I mean, some people might say, well, Bluefed is too thorough. They're too like very detailed. But hey, listen, in our line of business, we appreciate this type of granularity. We appreciate this type of detail, in the analysis. Okay. Now, Bluefed, in terms of loan amount, or in terms of a business line of credit amount, they can go all the way to $500,000, $500,000. Okay, if you have the right relationship with them, the APR around 7%, 7 and 13%, between 7 and 13%, and the business line of credit is renewed every year. And so your LLC, of course, must actually provide some paperwork, but that's just a formality. But overall, Bluefed 9.6 over 10. Number one, the best of the best in our view when it comes to credit union, LLC, business lines of credit with fair credit. Navy Fed. Our score 9.8 over 10. Navy Fed remains the best credit union in the nation, not only in terms of the size of their balance sheet, but also in terms of the diversity, the granularity of their offers. Okay, the diversity of their LLC financing options. Fantastic. So when it comes to Navy Fed has a similar business model as the other, like CCU, for example. Like with Navy Fed, everything is collateralized, everything is secure. They're not going to give you an unsecured business line of credit for your LLC. So just have that in your mind, that everything you have to do with Navy Fed, you will have to secure it. Okay. But the cool thing is that they can actually approve you all the way to, check this out, $10 million. Okay. Line amounts starts at $35,000 and they go all the way to $10 million. Obviously, the amount of the business line of credit that your LLC gets in the end is a reflection of the value of the underlying asset that you use to collateralize the line of credit, right? And but you can use the cash for a lot of things. You can use the cash for let's say for unexpected expenses, okay, other operational purposes, for business growth, for bridging cash flow gaps and whatnot. You can use it also to establish a new business, to expand in a new field. Not a problem. So you have the possibilities there. And one thing I want to say here is that what we love about Navy Fed in general is that they have many branches across the country, and ideally you want to walk into a Navy Fed and discuss your LLC's situation with a loan rep. Okay, this is where the juice is really at. You are able to talk to someone. You are able to explain your LLC's situation, what your funding needs, and again, here you have flexibility. Maybe they will tell you, hey, listen, we want you to have for your LLC, we do have a business line of credit, but based on the description of the funding needs that you have, maybe a term loan will be better. Maybe equipment financing will be better. The terms, of course, are better. The terms and conditions might change, but overall, Navy Fed will work with you. Okay, line amount starts at $35,000, and they can go all the way to $10 million. Okay, this is the flexibility I was talking about. It's just fantastic. So overall, Navy Fed is a great institution when it comes to LLC business line of credit with fair credit. Before I do a recap, I just want to quickly acquaint you with our loan evaluation approach, or rather, our LLC line of credit evaluation approach. And we have on this show a very thorough approach, a methodical strategy when it comes to analyzing, evaluating, and reviewing LLC business lines of credit. And so please check this out. All right, let me quickly recap here. So here are the top 7 credit union, LLC, business lines of credit with fair credit. Number 1, we have Navy Fed. Our score, 9.8 over 10. Number 2, we have Bluefed. Our score at 9.6 over 10. Number 3, we have Consumers Credit Union, CCU. Our score at 9.3 over 10. Number 4, we have America's Credit Union, 9 over 10. Number 5, we have Fair Winds, 8.8 over 10. Number 6, we have BECU, 8.4 over 10. Number 7, we have American Heritage. Our score, 8 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.